Hey everybody, Canadian Gamer coming to you guys with a brand new Pokemon Sun and Moon discussion move pool analysis video. So, you guys know we're getting really close to Pokemon Sun and Moon. It comes out this Friday, November 18th, and we're all excited for it. And in the last episode of this little series, I was talking about the best move pool and stats for Decidueye. Now we're going to be talking about Incineroar, the heal Pokemon. Now, first of all, you guys are probably like, why is it a heal Pokemon? It plays the villain in wrestling, pretty much. And a lot of people think it's based on Tiger the Dark from that manga that's coming out around the same time, which I really think that they're based on each other. Like, maybe they sat down and said, hey, good idea at the same time Pokemon comes out? I think so. Boom, good idea. So anyways, looking at Incineroar before we do anything, you would assume he was firefighting, because out of all the fire Pokemon, he looks probably, other than maybe Infernape, looks like he could be the most firefighting based. But no, he's actually Fire Dark type. And that makes him kind of cool. So let's go over him. He has the ability Blaze, which is just basic for starters. All starters have a basic ability, being either Blaze, Overgrow, or Torrent. You know, when they get down to red HP or critical HP, they're stabbed moves, like their fire, water, or grass moves, are then heightened in power. But his hidden ability is actually Intimidate, which makes him, personally for me, a great bulky sweeper. At least I'm hoping he'll be a bulky sweeper, because he'd pretty much be like Arcanine, or like he'd be good support, like Arcanine, Gyarados, Pokemon like that. The cool thing is, he sports both 90 defense and 90 special defense, so he's not terrible on the defensive part. His special attack is 80, which is not the best. 60 speed, which is absolutely terrible. Like, he is slow. But the thing for this generation is they didn't really introduce any fast Pokemon. Like, I believe some of the UBs, like the Ultra Beasts, are fast and offensive, but they're frail. And that's the thing. In this game, Pokemon are bulkier, but very slow. And for his attack stat, well, HP 95, so he has the highest HP out of any of the starters, because I believe Decidueye was 75? No, wait. It might have been 75 or 80, I can't remember from the last video. And then Primarina is like 80, or, no. No, I think it's 80 for Decidueye and 85 or 90 for Primarina, something like that. But anyways, yeah, but that boasting attack of 115 is nothing to laugh at. Like, that's going to hurt. And that's going to hit hard, you know? Now, on to the moves that it gets. So, we have these. So, these are some of the abilities it gets. So, like, it gets Nasty. So, let's go over the egg moves. So, we have Heat Wave, Revenge, Fake Out, Crunch, Body Slam, and Nasty Play. So, right there, Nasty Play is probably never going to be used unless you're, like, a YouTuber like Pimp Knight, where he does weird sets. He'd probably do a special Incineroar instead of physical. But Crunch is great stab. Fake Out is great, you know, like, hit first, you know, stun the opponent, break their sash, break their sturdy, you know, whatever. Revenge, you know, if they hit you, and Heat Wave we're probably never going to see. We get the move Darkest Lariat, which stat changes do not affect it. It's an 85 base power dark type move. So right there, it's probably the best physical dark move. So if you're running any set of him, even if it's like a bulky wall, you want Darkest Lariat because it will ignore stat changes. And Dark is only resisted by Dark and Fairy, I believe, right now. So it's pretty decent. It's not immune. Like, nothing's immune to Dark either. At least I don't think. No, because Psychic doesn't affect Dark and so on. And then getting on to, like, the moves, we have, like, Throat Chop, where they can't use sound moves. And with Como-O and, like, that lineup, they use Clanging Scales, which is a new sound-based move. So I'm pretty sure Throat Chop will be good, and it's neutral because I believe Throat Chop's Dark type, so it won't be very, very effective because it's a Dragon fighting type, which, by the way, is a new typing. Excited for that. But it's really just there. It's 80 base power, so it's not a joke Dark move either. It's only 5 base power less than Darkest Lariat. But what it does is it'll help you avoid stuff like Hyper Voice or echoed voice, anything like that, clanging scales. And what it'll do is if they swap onto like something like Sylveon, who uses Hyper Voice, or Gardevoir, you can just predict that and go for the Throat Chop and prevent them from using those moves, which I personally think is great. He also gets Bulk Up, so right there you can max out his special defense or his HP and his attack, and then just bulk up, bulk up, bulk up. He also gets access to moves like Fire Fang, Swagger, Bite, Flare Blitz, Outrage, Cross Chop, Flamethrower, Thrash, blah blah blah. His TMs, you know, you get your typical like Work Up, Roar, Bulk Up, Toxic. Apparently Leech Life is a TM in this game, but Leech Life has 80 base power and still heals. And half the damage it gets. So Bug types, and it's a physical move, so Bug types are getting a major buff in Sun and Moon, which is great because I love Bug types. Could actually run that on like Scizor now as, you know, just health, like heal. He also gets moves like Double Team, Flame Charge, Brutal Swing. Brutal Swing is hits every Pokemon in the battle, including your own, so you don't really want to do that. It also gets U-Turn, Swords Dance, and Will-O-Wisp. So, here is something I completely agree with using Incineroar. Incineroar will be a great bulk Pokemon, like Arcanine, but unlike Arcanine, he gets access to Bulk Up. So you bulk up Will-O-Wisp, and then you carry Darkest Lariat and something like Flare Blitz. You could run Leech Life, so, which sucks. You probably have to run, like, leftovers on it, you know, just to get yourself some little bit of health recovery, and it's, I don't know, it doesn't really look like it'll be the best. Like, see, the thing is, design-wise, Primarina and Decidueye take it from me. For playability, competitively, I think they're all going to be good except for Decidueye. But honestly, for Incineroar, my moveset would probably be, like I said, Flare Blitz, Darkest Lariat, Will-O-Wisp, Bulk Up, maybe toss Leech Life in there somewhere, you know. I don't know. If you can, maybe get rid of Will-O-Wisp if you don't want that. You just want to set up Mon. And then probably run max HP, max attack. Like, you're not getting anywhere at that speed. And even if you max out your speed, you're still not going to outspeed a lot. So anyways, that is my personal opinion on running an Incineroar. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Vote for which Pokemon you're going to use in Sun and Moon this Friday. Me? Poplio. I hate its second form because it looks like it's weird, but anyways, see you guys next time for another Pokemon Sun and Moon, I guess, build discussion. See you guys then.